So I'm standing here on the West Hall floor with a good friend of mine. We've known each other for, I'm not going to say we're old, for a long time. We've known each other for a long time.
Almost a decade.
Right, and we're gonna meet up actually soon in Sweden. That's gonna be awesome. He's gonna come over to a conference we have locally in Sweden. This gentleman is Brady Gaster. He works for Microsoft. So tell us, Brady, what do you do for Microsoft?
I can do that. So my current role at Microsoft is I am in developer marketing. So what I focus on is Visual Studio and Azure. I've been through a couple different organizations within Microsoft, all focusing on developers, all focusing on Azure. Most of it's been focused on .NET. Recently I've sort of started to play around with Node. But what I do is actually plan a lot of the big demos that we have at conferences like Ignite, Build, and Connect. This past week, one of the ones that I've worked on, we probably worked on it for about 6 weeks, as long as I've been in the team. And that was Nat Friedman's general session on application innovation. You know, innovation is a big theme right now with Microsoft and Satya. And what we're doing is we kind of have this new kind of a mantra around developers called application innovation. And it's a way for us to use our tools, our cloud, and DevOps all the way throughout to basically just make a developer's life more productive, more efficient, and to make sure they're writing better code that doesn't break too often.
So that's cool. That's cool. So like a 6-week planning schedule to put together the demos for that session.
Right.
So what type of size of audience? Was this a live thing with a big audience?
Yes. The room was 4,000, but it was also live streamed. And when you talk about the 6 weeks that go into it, so I'm on the demo team. There are 4 of us. And then we have cohorts in the marketing org who work directly with their product groups. So I would go and I would work with my friend Tara. Tara would work with Rima from Cosmos DB and with Donna from Functions. And we would just work together to kind of get their demo worked out. You know, me and Hunter are good friends. Hunter's the leader of the .NET world. So I was kind of Hunter's guy. We worked together on his demo. We had 5 demos, 75-minute talk. For Connect, you can pretty much double both numbers. So.
Oh wow! Yeah, that is a big deal.
Exactly. And in the process of planning it, my boss Erica actually got pulled into Guthrie's keynote. So she's working on the keynote and the application innovation session at the same time. So I mean, we work hard. It's fun.
Definitely, without a doubt.
Yeah,
so that's really cool. And I also know the thing that you're going to be talking about over in Sweden is going to be more like your hobby, something you do for fun. Yeah. And so, what is it that you do for fun?
Like a glutton for punishment. So I love Visual Studio Code. I'm wearing my VS shirt right now, but I'm a big VS Code guy because I like to do polyglot programming, a little bit of Node here and there. I also like all the .NET stuff. But what I noticed was that there weren't a lot of tools inside of VS Code for Azure developers. So I actually started working on one that was an open source one, kind of kept it going for about 9 months. Bless you. And now the VS Code team and the Azure SDK team have kind of gotten together and they're actually releasing official ones. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be coming over and showing those off to you guys for the first time. But that's my fun thing is I like to code on the side doing VS Code extensions.
But you can go into Visual Studio Code and search for your extensions and try them out, right?
That's correct. If you want to party on it today, you can actually go into the search box. I think it's Control-X. When you're in VS Code and you do a search for Azure Tools and you'll find mine. But then if you want to get some of the new ones, you can actually do a search for App Service Tools or Cosmos DB. So they've actually got a couple different ones coming out. And what's nice is the VS Code team and the Azure SDK team have worked together. And they actually have a new, almost like an SDK for folks like me and you who want to design extensions for VS Code for Azure. Yeah. So they've really slipstreamed it. So now the login is all centralized. It's going to be nice. So it's going to be fun.
So whenever you think that Brady's tools are not that good, you can build your own, or you can just use Brady's if you want to get going straight away. So.
If you're in the ghetto, you can use mine. So it's good. It's good. We actually had a pretty good uptick. I think we've had about close to 30,000 downloads, and the telemetry looks good. So people have actually been using the tools. We've actually, for an open source thing that just has Brady on it, it's not official, we're pretty impressed by that. So it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
So, that's really cool. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to me today. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks a lot, guys.